Good afternoon. Yeah, so as the Sister Sarah said, that I have got a good practice of remembering Baba while doing actions, while working at office, maybe as moving around in the house or maybe traveling. So I would like to share my experience, what I have been doing since a few years, which has kept my mind very happy and stable most of the times, even during difficult times. Most of us feel that when situations arise, otherwise we are happy and good. But when situations come, at that time, how do we go around? So what I have been doing is I've developed a practice of remembering Baba for maybe few seconds here and there. Like I'll start with my activities in the morning as I go in for my brushing in the morning. I remember Baba, okay, Baba, please come and help me to help the child to do the brushing. Help me to put the paste on the brush. These are the small things that I keep remembering Baba. Like how Baba says in the Murli that if the word Baba is the golden key to remembering. So by even remembering the word Baba is remembering him. We don't need to visualize him in the point as a point of light or in Brahma's body all the time. Even by remembering or calling out the word Baba is good. So that is how I am practicing and I find myself in a good state. Going ahead, while having shower, you can remember, okay, Baba, come as in the form of mother and make the child body have bath. Then I try to visualize also that Baba in the body of light is trying to pick up the mud and then he's making me have bath. He's putting water on my body. And then to make it a little funny, because just doing the same practice all the time will not be joyful. So I try to make it joyful. Like suppose he's pouring, as I'm pouring water on my body, I say, Baba, I'm feeling very cold. Please, can you make the little warm water little warm? Even though the action is going to be the same, but I just try to make it funny. Sometimes then, okay, then I say, Mother, Baba, please apply soap on the body. Then then as he's applying body on my body, then I think, oh Baba, it's getting very clean. As you clean my soul during the Murli, you're cleaning my body also. Like now going ahead, then while I'm wearing clothes, you can tell Baba, okay, now Baba, close my buttons. Please guide me to wear this. As we are combing your hair, you can say, okay, then you can remember Baba in another relation. Like, okay, daughter Baba, come please help me to comb the hair, comb my hair. Please help me to wear my socks. Like now we need to go out of the room and wear your shoes. So okay, then you can remember, Baba son, please go get my shoes. No, it's you only who are going to the cupboard to remove the shoes. But you just remembering him. When the small activities, these are all daily activities. As we keep remembering the word Baba, we find that over a period of months, many a times you get a response from him also. The other day I was remembering him. I told him, Baba, how did you learn to comb such good hair? So I got a response. I learned it from the School of London's. I was very surprised that day. Though getting good response from Baba. That thought was not in my mind. So these are the small things, like how I leave from my house, I walk down the steps, then I pretend as if Baba is holding me from the back, or sometimes Baba and Dada both separately are walking besides me on the left and the right. and they are lifting me from the arms. And me as a child, I'm rocking in the air. I'm just walking down the steps, but these are the thoughts that I'm giving to myself and walking down the steps. Then maybe you can change your actions while walking down. And then when you're walking up to the car, then okay, Baba, you sit on the other side, you enter from the other side of the gate, I'll enter from this side. You These are just small, small things which we are doing every day. Like if we are working in the office, maybe suppose if you're working as a teacher, okay, now if you're working as a teacher, you can tell Baba, Baba, okay, now I'll talk. You guide me what I have to talk to the children or to whomever you're teaching, and they can the other and if any child asks any question, it's your responsibility, Baba, your responsibility, not me, to answer. So whatever I answer, you are answerable for the answer. That way, this is how we can hand over the responsibility to Baba when we are doing any work. Any problems come at home. Suppose many a time what happens is we have situations which we cannot remove from our mind. It keeps hitting us throughout the day, maybe for a few days. So what we need to do, okay, Baba, this thought is coming, okay, I give it to you. Baba, every time it comes, hand it over to him. Baba, this problem is coming in my mind, I give it to you. If it comes 10 times a day, you give it to him. You will definitely feel and find that that problem or that situation has reduced to 70 to 80% in a few hours. However big it may be, every time that thought reoccurs, you give it to him. You hand it over to him. I'm a child, I'm a 1 year old baby. I don't know how to do anything. You are my father. It's like how a 1 year old child, he is not concerned and bothered how the things are going to happen throughout the day. Like now, if you're at the reception working, I'm just giving examples, just out of my mind. Suppose if you're working at a reception in a hotel or wherever, then you can say, okay, Baba, you handle any new person comes, you talk to him, you take the details. I'll sit behind. I will be Sakshi. I will look from behind and see how you are working. I'll see you working. Even though you are working, you are talking, but you are telling him, even while talking to somebody, you how to do while you're talking to somebody. Yeah, it's when you are just listening and you're not talking, your mind is comparatively free. You can just bring one second thoughts. I'm me as a soul. I'm talking to a soul. I'm talking to a soul. I'm seeing a farishta. I'm seeing a deity. These all one second thoughts are remembering Baba. Like even when you're walking on the road or in the car, you can see people as farishtas, bringing those thoughts that he's a deity, is remembering Baba. You can going more into details, like you can even visualize him. How we have Lakshmi Narayan's photo. They show that he's wearing those earrings, those big earrings. Sometimes you can pretend that that big earring is hanging from your ears and you are playing with it. Your crown is there. You can see those things hanging from the crown, the white four, five things. You can keep touching that. Yes, going to the future Narayan, and I'm going to be wearing this. These are all small, hilarious things which keeps you happy while remembering Baba. You can also, see others as deity and see, however, whatever activity the other person is doing, but you see him as try to see him as a deity, but just bringing that thought that he is a deity, he is the future king. Your action, your your reaction to his action will come down to 70%. You will be more sober, you will be able to handle the situation in a much better way. These are the small things which I have been doing and remembering Baba. Also, while sitting in yoga, many times we find our body shaking a lot. and we cannot make ourselves stable. So what I do for this is me as a soul is moving out of the body for a second and coming back into the body, moving out of the body from the ears, coming back into the body. When you do this for 4 5 minutes, also, you will find your body solid, not moving at all. Like a rock, it will become in a few minutes. And also, those waste thoughts that are coming to your mind will come down to 60 to 70% in few minutes. These are the few practices which I have done over the years. Now, suppose you are in your office or in at your home, you can fix a point of light Baba at a particular place in your house, and then the rays are coming from him on and off. As you remember, okay, the rays are coming from him. You can also fix a Bab Dada's place at a particular place near office or a place and see that he's watching you, he's guiding you, and his light is coming from him. These are, very, very simple ways that we should all do. This is all what Baba says in the Murli action, that you should remember me while your actions. While you're sitting on the chair, you can see that, yes, I'm the king of Satyug who's sitting on the chair of a king. Look, and you can visualize your clothes. There's those Narayan clothes. Suppose if it is very windy, you can also visualize that that the pajama of the king is flying. You know, the small, small things. These all bring the small, small thoughts that now many a time when I'm walking on the street, I'm talking to Baba. Baba, can you see this ring of Narayan on my hand? It looks better than the present ring a Sangam Yug person can wear. Many a times I get response. See, the shine on my ring of Sangam Yug is much, much more than yours. These are the small, small things. You will definitely get response. And when you start doing these type of small, small things, you do get response from Bab. So, Sarah, I have done up, I think so, more than 10 minutes. If you want me to continue, I can continue.
I love the way that it's so creative, and there's a simplicity about the practice. Sheila, yeah, Sheila's finding the happiness, noticing happiness and entertainment. So it's just coming through. So yeah, maybe a chance to hear if there's anything that others would like to ask or share, and then also be good to hear more. We also got Brother Prashant is here.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice.
So would anyone like to comment?
There one question. I asked you in person also. It is nice practice, but give us also the examples where Baba actually has intervened. You ask Baba, and something that it shows me an evidence that Baba is really listening and just changed the course of the event for good. One of your practice,
Yeah. See, many times, when we are, like I said, like combing my hair, I get in that moment when you get a response that is from I asked Baba from I was just joking, from where did you learn this? That thought was not in my mind. It just erupted. Like, okay, now when I'm driving, when I'm leaving my house, many a times it happens that I ask Baba, do I need to take this? I have two routes to go to the center from my house. So I ask Baba, which way will be shorter and quicker? So many a times I find that the route that Baba has taken me through is much better, and which I come to know maybe later that yes, there was traffic in the road. Like last season, also when I came for the international seva where we shared our experience with you. At that time, I was told by Baba that before the seva was announced at our center, initially it was the Surat people from Surat who were supposed to do the seva. We at the center were not aware. It was the first time we had come to for the seva, international seva. That time I was told by Baba before that you'll need to go there for international seva and you'll have to lead the team. And there was no question of me leading a team before because I've never been for an international seva. But the situations just happened such that Nia Ben, our sub-zone head, called me personally and it gave me a few reasons wherein I had to, even though the sister was accompanying me, and Jubain, as you may remember, Mr. Prashant. Yeah, but she said that she will be busy with her work and it's your responsibility that everything goes fine over there. So I was really surprised. And then Baba also told me later, see, I told you, now you're sure that I was talking to you? This way it happens with me quite a few times. Like I can tell you, a few last week only my father expired. And I had a touching maybe a few weeks before, or maybe 1 or 2 months before, that he has very less time, and June should be his last. Yeah, yeah. There, I was very clear. In fact, he had given me the date also. Okay, around these dates he should leave. So then I was waiting, and I was all prepared for that activity to happen. So that is how, many things happen now. I can also give you example like when we are sitting for yoga, Gamdevi at the our center. The vibrations now over the last few months has changed dramatically. Many people who are coming from Madhuban have started saying the vibrations are equally good. So these are all things which I have been told beforehand. These are all cannot be explained actually in word. These all can be felt that yes, this was told by me and it has happened. Now, before it happens, if I tell anybody, okay, he might feel that I'm boasting. But many a time it happens, which I share with this Neha Ben's sister, and she also agrees that yes, I get touchings and I come to know about situations beforehand. Like now we have a group of good students who are doing good meditation every day. Maybe we are six of us who have got a chart of 8 to 10 hours daily since months. So there is this our national coordinator, Ms. Chandrika. She had come over and Ms. Nia Ben had made us meet, and she took a message from Baba that what do you think about this group and all. And Baba gave her a very positive reply that he was looking from years to have a small group who is powerful and who will lead. And this is the first group that I was looking for. These are all, very sensitive messages. These are, with not shared with everybody, but as Mr. Prashant asked, to give some very, wherein I can prove that yes, Baba is talking with me or is replying to me. How can I make others believe? These are the few things which I think are good enough. And and also I would like to share, many a times I feel that Baba in the body of light, moving with me, mm, touching me with his hands of light and all this. These are very, very rare students can share this. So I agree, very difficult to believe. Very few students can share this. I hope it has made you believe that it was good.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And anytime in a dream, does Baba do you get dreams, and what kind of dreams do you get?
Dreams, since I am in the Gyans since not less than 10 years now, not even 10 years. Uh, the dreams very rarely are little connected to the activities during the day. Like suppose situations arise wherein it was not very comfortable with me. I've been able to stop the waste thoughts by changing those thought process, but because I've because it has happened for a long time with me, it stays in a subconscious mind and it comes up at night. So these are there at sometimes very rare.
Sure. Does what I was asking, does Baba come in the dreams sometimes?
Not in the dreams.
Mm.
Maybe not in the dreams, but I get sleep within few seconds, less than a minute, as I go to bed.
Mm.
Brother Manoj has asked, what does the chart look like?
What is the
Chart look like?
your chart? My chart now, last 1 year I have not been keeping chart. Last, with the 2 years before that was 8.5 to 10 hours on a daily basis. And now last 1 year now, I'm trying to remember Baba throughout the day, like how Baba says constant Duke, constant Duke. I'm trying to do that when it for constant yoga, if you remember, if when your intellect is free, when we talk about constant yoga, Baba means what I have understood is whenever your intellect is free, you should be remembering Baba at 80-90% of the time. And
I,
I'm trying
I
to do
like
that.
the expression, so Satish Bhai, Dadi Gulzar mentioned to him to go for Nirantar yoga. Nirantar means uninterrupted, and he translates that as a constant. But that is blessing he got from Dadi Gulzar, and he is practicing it.
Yes.
What centre it's from?
Mumbai,
Which one?
Damdevi.
Been there.
Sheila's thinks she's been there, she's just recalling. So you please complete, you were sharing.
Intellect. So when we are talking about Nirantar Yad, that Baba says, it is not 100% of the time that you need to remember, because we are staying in a family or in a society where we need to where our intellect is also busy. So we need to remember Baba. And however, whatever Baba says in his Murli, and we remember those words or those lines or things connected to that, is remembering Baba. Like how Baba says, you need to remember me with heart. So that doesn't mean that you need to visualize him all the time. Like how we are when we are driving a car or when we are walking on the road, we can be talking to him while crossing, but we cannot visualize him while crossing. So that is how I keep remembering him, holding his hand, walking with him, you know, and crossing with him. Sometimes you are supposed to run or move a little fast. Okay, then it's like talking with him. Okay, Baba, let's see who reaches first. I reach the destination first, or you reach. So we are walking together, holding the hands. I get these experiences many a times, and when I'm removing my shoes for my at the time before the Murli, I experienced that, okay, when I'm keeping my shoes on the shoe rack, Baba says, oh, there's no space for my shoes. Please move your shoes aside. Keep it at a place where I also can keep my shoes. I experience this on a very, very regular basis. Maybe a minute before also, if I'm talking to a student when I'm entering, but when I'm keeping my shoes, it just comes out of nowhere. So these are all experiences which brings confidence in me. Yes, I'm remembering Baba the right way. He's with me. He's appreciating my remembrance. And yeah,
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt. What feels extremely clear, practical with karma yoga? What is your experience when there are opportunities to not be engaged in action, and there is a kind of a formal yoga, the silence, if you like? And
yes,
what is your experience of that? Is it are you able to come out of because this is a very practical practice when we're engaged in the drama, but also your
mm,
practice when you can come beyond the whole thing. It'd be nice to hear your thoughts on this transition or this different practice in a sense.
yeah. You're saying, well, when I'm in yoga, when I'm sitting, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes maybe a few seconds or a minute to to move your body. It becomes so still, and you don't feel like talking or moving from a seat because you are so out of the body. Though it is little difficult to move your body and start talking. Many a times I'm like among the last few people from a class of 70, 80 to leave the class. Because when you're out of the body, it is very difficult to get into action immediately. And you cannot, the lips also don't move, hands also don't move. They get as if they are frozen. You need to, when I move, open up my fingers, they move as if, two hands have been detached and they move apart in a fast speed. Many times I would also like to share this, which I've been experiencing since a month, because I've been experiencing Baba's presence with me while walking and all. My walking speed all of a sudden after yoga is very fast, as if I'm flying and not walking. This I've been experiencing since a month and a half. And there many times, I shared when with Mr. Prashant when he was in Mumbai also. I I feel all of a sudden when I'm walking on the road that Baba, Brahma Baba is in front of me and we both are skipping together in one single row while walking. And one brother was there with Mr. Prashant from London. I don't know his name. He told me that Brahma Baba was very fond of skipping. And that was the time that I was very, very surprised that and shocked that, yes, how am I experiencing this? And that gave me more of a confidence in my this life. Yes, that Baba is making me experience very rarest of rare things that in yoga. And this I have experienced of skipping while I am walking on the pavement on the road. So it is actually very, these are experiences which are very, very rare. But I'd like to share, like Baba says in Murli, that you should share your anubhav, your experiences, because when you share, it develops that curiosity in others. Yes, even I want to try. Even I want to try. So when you are trying this, it definitely works. It all have to be done in small, small way. Have 1 second you, 1 second remembrance, and it goes into deep remembrance and regular remembrance. As Baba says, he is looking more for karam yoga, when in action yogs, as he says, more than sitting yoga. Baba always says this in Murlis because he knows that children have been busy and will remain busy until the end. That.
Yeah, I think that's the uniqueness, isn't it, of what Baba's giving is the yoga whilst everything is happening. We don't need to step away from anyone or anything, go anywhere. But what can happen, I guess, I can observe is sometimes addiction or compulsion to action. So making sure, and I think the proof is that you can step out and back whenever you want and be in that silence. It's almost a proof of the accumulation of the happiness being from that higher space with Baba. So yeah, that's what was coming up for me. Bobby's in camera. I don't know if it's an indication you'd like to share something.
Yes, I just wanted to ask Satish, why, you mentioned so many beautiful incidents. Thank you so much. But any test papers where, when you are faced with a test paper, any incidents where you have brought Baba in and, is it possible to share?
But see, bringing in Baba, firstly, I would like to say when there are situations that come in, it is very difficult to visualize. By just remembering my thoughts, I can tell you there was some water leakage problem in my office maybe 2 or 3 years back. And my staff and all were trying to rectify it. It was not happening. The water was increasing. And even I was there. Maybe a few seconds later, I said, Baba, plumber, please come and repair it. After a few seconds, they did something. I was just standing behind that helped for the water to start receding and the matter got solved in some time. The such situations do happen. I would also like to share, when situations come, Baba says to when a situations come, you should change your thought process. Like, how I do when, like in India, honking is a very normal practice. Okay, when there's a traffic or something. So, whenever somebody is honking on the road or unnecessarily, so what thoughts I get for him? That see that he's also telling me, he's reminding me, brother, I'm also ready to become a Brahma Kumari. I'm also ready to come to the silence world. We'll all go together. Now, instead of getting irritated, instead of losing or thinking otherwise, we are changing the thought pattern. And when we start doing bringing these type of thoughts at a time of situations, you will find that your sthiti, your state of mind becomes fantastic, becomes very, very good. When you develop this habit of changing the situation in your mind, so you become like a brick of ice.
Any tips that you have had with the interactions with Dadi Gulsa? Like, Prashant Bhai was saying about Nirantar Yog, which you seem to
Yeah.
be, in all practical situations, you are involving Baba, so it's like all millions of examples. But any other than any other interesting thing with respect to Dadi Gulsa?
Yeah, okay. Now, once, when Dali Gulzar was quite fine at Bombay, we used to take her to Nariman Point for on the wheelchair because she used to like being on the seaside. So that day I was fortunate they were making a walk on the parapet, which was just broad enough for the wheelchair and one person to move. And because we are at the seaside, it was little sunny. So I got the opportunity to hold the umbrella on Dadi Gulzar, and I was walking beside her. Otherwise, Dadi used to stay out of body and not move around, not respond, anything. And when I was holding the umbrella, for 1 second, Dadi turned towards me, smiled at me, and became normal and out of body. And at that second, I felt it was Baba. For that 1 second. These are all personal experiences. You cannot, challenge it or say, okay, it was authority. This was that one experience which I can never forget. Because otherwise, Dadi used to never respond to any sisters talking, and even the medical sisters. She would stay out of the body and as if the body is, like this, as if, she doesn't know anything. But because she was within subtle world with Baba, that is why her body used to always to others look as if she is not aware and she doesn't know anything. Most of the time she used to be that way. I experienced that once. And even, once when I would, let's say, this few years back, when I was in 2016, I had gone to another center in Bombay when I was not even 1 year old in Gyan. That time also, Dadi, Gulzar, we five, six of us had gone, and I was a fortunate one, or we can say planned by Baba, that I was sitting in front of her when Baba was talking for 10 minutes, or Dadi was talking for 10 minutes, but looking only at me. The others were asking questions. Who are there? There was another sister also. They all interacting with me, with Dadi. But Dadi was looking only at me as if she was giving me drishti for that 10 minutes continuously. She was talking but looking at me and giving me drishti. That way. These are experiences, they erupt and you feel as if it has just happened yesterday.
Thank you so much, brother. So nice and inspiring. Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you.
It is fascinating, and I don't think there's anyone on the call that isn't inspired this kind of practice. So it's for all of us to experiment, isn't it? And something that perhaps we certainly have touched on, but it's like there's so much more to make it natural, and the fun, the lightness, and the joy that comes. So it's so nice to reconnect and the technology makes it easy. I have to say, Mumbai was so noisy, hectic. So here it's more like subtle region in comparison. So,
Definitely.
it is a different kind of drama you have. Manoj just typed, great to have this validation. So anyone else have anything final to share or add or ask? Otherwise, we'll finish. And maybe we can have connect again on the topic and share our own experiences and hear more.
Yes, surely.
And warm wishes to the family, and lots of love from everyone here. And we maybe meet again, maybe Mumbai, Madhaban, or maybe welcome to Cambridge.
Yeah.
See you here in UK.
I also like to wish everybody all the best. I would be happy if all the students can practice this. It's very easy. It's very, very easy, as Baba says, and everybody can do. How new he may be, how old he may be, it is very easy. Just remembering the word Baba is remembering Baba. That short it is.
Came today, didn't it? I said it's easy. Yeah. And Jeff?
Yeah, Om Shanti Br Satish. Thank you so
Shanti.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
little what I'm taking away is little habits, high impact, and to practice with that. So thank you for that inspiration and sharings.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
For those who would like to stay, we'll just create a few minutes of meditation together. Shanti, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.